Greetings, I'm Demonac, and it's arena time. The last few times the arena's been pretty good about giving me choices, but this time just two, and I've done them both fairly recently, so I'm going with Priest.
Light shall bring victory.
Now, it should be fairly interesting because I have all the Noxramas cards unlocked now, which is evidenced here. Echoing Ooze bears like combos and stuff. Shades from Noxramas, I haven't played with it, so see, in theory, this thing is amazing. We're going to see how good it is in practice. And out of these guys, I love Dark Cultist. Just give me all Dark Cultist, I'll probably win. 3-4 for 3, so good. Ooh, a Yeti. You keep giving me like fat fighting stuff. I like it. Could use the Mad Bomber. I'm a priest, I can heal damage if it doesn't kill my stuff flat out. It does give me an early game option, but I think I'm going to take the Temple Enforcer, because fat. Wrangling Mechanic's pretty good, but we're going to take Shadow Word Death for sure. We need to get some of those spells. Outward Shield, very good for just sort of accelerating in deck. Holy Nova, can't pass up a Holy Nova. Cultist is pretty good, but I'm hoping I'm going to have fatter guys, which makes him a little bit less appealing. Another Shadow Word Death, sure. The Alchemist is very good. He lets you do cool things. The Imp Master also just makes a bunch of guys, and as a cleric, as a priest here, I can heal it, which means it's kind of obnoxious. I think the Imp Master is probably a better choice overall, but I'm just looking at what I have. I don't have anything cheap, so like I don't have anything that costs less than 3. So I'm going to go with Thick Raised Alchemist, because he's a cheap minion that is still quite useful later on. And look at this. I mean, I could go Shadow Form. Shadow Form is a little bit painful. I don't like losing the ability to heal. I have all these fat things. I want to be able to hit something with them and then heal them up. The Shadow Priest, though, that is pretty powerful in the arena. Because again, I get a minion, and they lose a minion, and I get it. And it's only minions with 2 or less attack, but I get to choose, so it's pretty hardcore. I am going to need some faster stuff, though. Holy Smite is very tempting. But more minions is probably better. I have a fair amount of minions. I guess I'll take the Holy Smite, but I do need to get some cheap minions. This is tricky too. Stormwind Knight is much better with the Priest, I find. Like he's big enough to come in, hit something, and survive. Now after that, you're usually left with a 2-1 or a 2-2. He's not very useful anymore. But he comes in, he hits something with charge and survives. Since I can heal him back up, that means that he's able to kill multiple small things. That's pretty cool. On the other hand, the Acolyte of Pain is almost always going to draw me 1 card, and can potentially draw me more if I get something going. If I'm able to find something that I can damage with him, damage him without killing him, basically, and then I can heal him up. Panther is pretty good too. Panther is some offense, but I think I'm going to have offense just by sheer mass of stuff. We'll go Acolyte of Pain. He draws cards. I think I probably should have taken Charge Guy, but that's okay. I don't like you. You're pretty awesome, though. Ugh. Holy Nova. Kick ass. Oh, you guys are all good, but we're going to take the Yeti, because Yetis. That get up to 4 and just start going Yeti, 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 and watch them cry. Acolyte of Pain is pretty good. The Mind Blast is honestly it's 5 surprise damage. They sit out in your hand, and you only if this is in your hand, you need to get your opponent down to 5. If you have 2 of them in your hand, you only need to get them down to 10, and they don't know that. But Acolyte of Pain, for all he's amazing, I'm going to take the Geomancer because I do want cheaper stuff, and I now have a Holy Smite and 2 Holy Novas. So a late game play, like 7 mana or more, Kobold Geomancer, Holy Nova for 3, that's pretty strong. These are all good, right? He's for a priest, he's pretty Yeti-ish. Inner Fire, I'm probably not going to have the combos for stuff like that, although I do have guys that give +3 health to each other, which means you can end up with something that is very big. It's hard to pass up the Shadowward Pain, though. It's going to kill stuff like early game. Yeah, it's nice. I have the Shadow Priest late game to handle small things in the best manner possible, but having this cheap option to blow them up is pretty good. We're going to take the Light Spawn. It fights. Oh, these rows are getting so hard. Spectral Knight is amazing. You pay 1 more than a Yeti for 1 hit point and untargetable. He can still be hit by battle cries, but he's such a pain in the rear. Like the fairy dragon is already kind of a pain in the rear, and it's fragile. I mean, it doesn't take that much to kill it with like a weapon or just like a small minion. This guy is not easy to kill. Now, I can't heal him. That's annoying. As a priest, I find that very irritating, but it's worth it because he's so obnoxious, and I guess it doesn't matter that he has the magic for attack against priests, because only if he's dispelled would they be able to do anything to him anyway, like Shadowward Pain. Which doesn't work because he has attack 4. That's what I'm saying. It's hard, though. I really want a couple Shadowward Pains. Power Word Shield would combo with the Light Spawn. I already end with the Acolyte of Pain. I already have one. It draws you a card, so it just accelerates your deck. Like, this is a fantastic choice. But this is really good. And he's a death machine. He's hard to get rid of. He increases my ability to just continuously play fat things. But I think... How many spells do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. I do have those 2 Shadowward Deaths. 5, 6 spells out of 17 cards. I've already got a third spells. The thing is, it's not like more spells too much. As long as I can get something to cast it on, it just replaces itself. Oh, so hard. I'll take the Spectral Knight, whatever. He's crazy. Inner Fire. I don't have that many interfireable things. I hate you, you're a piece of garbage. Thought Steal, though. Thought Steal is awesome. So, this right here is a combo, but if you get a combo in the same row, it's not really a combo in the arena now, is it? I probably don't have any stuff to interact with him. It's not going to be that great. Mass Dispel, there's going to be so much like Death Rattle stuff going around. Like, this is actually pretty handy to have. But I don't have that many like 2-drops. I would like to have more 2-cost minions. The ones I have are 2/2s, which means they lose in a fight against 2/3s. And they definitely lose to anything that costs 3 mana or more. They have a hard time fighting. They're there for other abilities. Mass Dispel would probably be really good to have, but I think I'm going to take the Sun Fury Protector. I have like no taunt, and I have a lot of fat things to Sun Fury Protect. Now, here's the thing. Normally, I'm pretty in favor of the Ventricle Mercenary, but I'm actually going to have like a solid core of just like 4 or 5 mana beatdown machines. I'm wondering if his drawback is maybe not as worth it. On the other hand, he does fight really well. But he's likely to sit in my hand because I'm gonna be like, well, if I gotta cast all this other stuff first. The Mage would give me is slightly faster, and I do have 2 Holy Novas and a Holy Smite. Like with 2 Holy Novas, he's much more attractive. I don't really have the stuff for the Inner Fire. I mean, you can use it offensively, too. You can take an enemy thing that has low health, or that you've done some damage to, and then Inner Fire it and just nuke its attack down. But that's a very expensive way to not kill something. Why couldn't one of the cards from the last row be mixed in with this one? We're going to take the Ventricle Mercenary, because he's gigantic. Whatever. See, this time, I don't need to take a bunch of Spiteful Smiths with no weapons, because I have actual Yetis, Light Spawn, the Spectral Knight, who is like a million times superior to this guy if you don't have weapons. I don't have to take my ghetto yetis this match. I should really the surprise damage is pretty awesome, but I should probably take the Amani Berserker so I have more fighting ability. Boy, none of you are very good. Bleh. Overpriced bear. Wind Fury guy who's no good unless you can boost his attack somehow. I mean, yeah, he can attack twice. I mean, if there's nothing out there to stop him, he can do 4 damage per turn. It's like a 4-3 for 3, but you get better 4-3s. And the raid leader is 3 mana for just a 2-2. He does give everything else +1 attack, and I'm gonna take him because he has a little bit of a spell like bonus. Like if you have 1 or 2 things out, he gives them +1 attack now when they can attack, and it can be useful. Also, technically, I can flip something with the crazy alchemist and like turn his temporary bonus into a permanent one. That's a really sad combo. I guess we're taking him. Frost Elemental's pretty good. I think I'm better off taking another Geomancer. I have 2 Shadow Word Deaths already. I think a third one may be overkill because you don't know, some of your opponents may not have that much stuff. Now here's the problem. I could take the Lightspawn, who is better at fighting, or the Spellbreaker, who has just like significantly inferior stats. But I have like no silence yet, and there's going to be so much out there to silence. I think I've got to take him. There's a Divine Spirit. If I had taken the other Lightspawn, that would be really tempting, because of course you don't need Inner Fire for the Lightspawn to get that combo. But what I really need more is the Shadow Word Pain. Circle of Healing. Now, I don't have any... this is reminding me I don't have any Northshire Clerics. It's not the end of the world. I mean, they're crazy when you get them going, but if the stuff I'm drawing... If I have all this stuff, I'm probably okay. Mind Vision, I don't know. It's 1 for 1. It's not like Thoughtsteal where you're getting an extra card. And, I mean, you can control when you play it. You can try and play it when they've been saving something in your hand, where if they only have 2 cards left, this is giving you information about their hand, which is itself valuable. But... yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just going to take Temple Enforcer. Alright, Dark Cultist. I should probably take the Rocketeer, because I don't have, like, the charge stuff, but we're just going to fight it out. Fight and win. Dancing Sword is going to fight, but I really don't want to give my opponents cards. I don't have the Death Rattle stuff for the Undertaker. Shattered Sun Cleric, she boosts things up, though. And, oh... it's a pretty good last row. This would be a better help for my casting cost curve, I think. And, I mean, the Sludge Belcher, he's pretty interesting, because, I mean, he costs 1 more than Ascension Shieldmaster. You get Ascension Shieldmaster, which is still not bad. I mean, for 1 more mana, you could get an extra 1 health if it was the Fen Creeper or whatever that thing is. This guy is like 1,000 times better than the Fen Creeper. But here's the thing. He has Taunt, and then his Death Rattle poops out a little 1-2 slime, which also has Taunt. So what that means, you're thinking, like, a 1-2 slime is like a Goldshire Footman. It's not a particularly strong Death Rattle. You have to think about how it actually works, though. If you have this guy in play, it's going to take at least 2 attacks or actions for your opponent to get through it. Your opponent has to kill him, and then they still can't attack you directly, because as soon as he died, he came up with a 1-2 taunt. So any taunt is a big difference from no taunt. And if they just had 1 minion that they wanted to attack you with, they need a spell to kill either him or to kill the slime. And even then, that minion won't get to attack you unless they have another spell or a charge minion or something to kill the other part. Like, he does just take an extra action to get through, which, in some of those last-ditch circumstances, is a big deal. But we're going to take Shadow Madness, because, goddamn, I love Shadow Madness. One of the most obnoxious cards. This deck has a lot of the, like, best fighting creatures I could have hoped for in duplicate. I got 2 Dark Cultists, 2 Yetis, a Light Spawn. The Temple Enforcer is not actually my favorite, but it's still pretty strong. Shadow Priest, the Spectral Knight. I've got 2 Holy Novas, 2 Shadow Word Deaths, 1 Pain, 1 Power Word Shield, Holy Smite. This is a lot of deck. It is lacking in utility to some degree. It has stuff for killing minions, which is great. It doesn't have a lot of those like soft kills, like the silence stuff. It's not an overwhelming amount of minion kill. It's kind of a normal deck amount, although for the arena, it's pretty good. Don't have Northstar Clerics.
Anduin versus Garrosh.
I don't have really fast stuff. I really need to get up to the 3 mana plays. So I'm going first. It seems ridiculous to throw away any of these cards. So I guess we'll keep them. Because they're all low end of the curve, useful early game potentially.
Job done.
Squelch. Thought Steal. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, seems like a pretty good counter to that. If I kill him, I get bigger. Ah. See, that's more unfortunate. Because now, if I kill either of those guys, the spider can just finish him off. Yeah, even if I kill the spider with him, it only does 1 damage, and then I Shadow Word Pain this guy, he'd still have 2 1/1 spiders that he gets from this, and he'd only have 2 hit points. So he's doomed no matter what, pretty much. But, yeah, okay, so we're gonna kill that. The question is, do I play the Shade or the Dark Cultist? I'm not that sure. 'Cause the Shade has like this thing. As soon as you attack with him, you lose some of the advantage. The advantage being that he's untargetable. He becomes more vulnerable to stuff. I'm wondering if I should get him out first, because then he can give the toughness to whatever. I guess. Because it'd be funny if he died and gave his like +3 health to a stealth Shade. I mean, the Shade keeps growing after it's revealed. So that's why it's quite good. But the decision of when to reveal it is a little tricky. Okay, that sucks. Yeah, when that dies, it's going to do 1 damage to everything, but that doesn't really help me much. This would have been good the turn before, but I didn't have the mana for it, obviously. Let's just drop the Shade, whatever. He's only got 2 hit points. If he has 1 Whirlwind, and then he attacks me with the sword, attacks me with the axe so that it death rattles, then that would be 2 damage to this guy before he gets a chance to grow. He'd also lose his spiders, and... Okay. See, that's a problem, because now... These guys can, I mean, these guys can kill it if I use it to attack that. Although I could hit that and then heal my thing and Thought Steal him. If I attack with this, he's going to be able to just kill it, though. Let's just keep, like, dueling by putting stuff out. Letting this guy grow probably not a great idea, but I do like the idea of waiting till the axe is gone. Yeah, he could just play another one afterwards, but by that time it'll be a lot more painful. Ooh. Alright, that really, really tremendously sucks. Because now he can attack me with the axe. And the death rattle will do the job. Annoying. So far he's gotten a lot of damage, and he hasn't spent that many cards to do it. The axe was very efficient. I see. Ah, damn it. Okay, well there's a required play here. I can't steal him because he's got a bigger attack, but I can definitely get rid of him that way. And I guess we'll just thought steal you. Ooh, these guys are good. Well, that seems like a good target for Shadowward Pain. Do I heal this or heal myself? He could have another cleave. So I guess I'll heal this guy. He's demonstrated that he plays with cleave. Now, in the arena, that's not really as telling. Like, usually in a constructed deck, if that guy's going to have one cleave, he's going to have two cleaves. In the arena, I have no idea. It could have just been the best card in that set. But it did worry me a little. Ow. Well, after attacking, if I had just power word shielded it, it would have died anyway, which was the other thing I was thinking about, so could have been worse, I guess. Let's start trying to troll back up. I do have more cards. I think I'm going to start healing myself. I'm going to take time out, not cast a big guy here, but I am going to boost this so it becomes useful. Instant army. Just add water. So he can hit anything with this, and it'll kill this by accident, because it does that 1 damage afterwards. Yeah, that's sort of what I thought. That's the easy to predict part. Now, what are you doing? Ow. Okay, 1-for-1 card there. Ooh. Well, that's not good. I'm going to waste his silence.
Your magic shall not save you.
Then I'm going to play this dude.
You gotta be kidding me!
And I'm actually going to buff him. If he's got an execute, then that was like a waste of time, but I wanted to draw the card. It wouldn't make him survive, but now he can survive that more easily. Unless it's an execute, and even then, he's got to damage him somehow. If he uses this just to damage him for the execute, that's okay. But by putting out this guy first, now I have something that can kill this if he doesn't get rid of him. Ow. Does he have an execute?
Death does not scare me.
He's got a Death Lord. Oh, he's doing a trade there, though. He's a little worried because he's running out of cards. Alright. Well, we'll just go fat. I forgot he does it instantly. I was thinking Death Rattle for some stupid reason. Hold on.
How you doing?
Yeah, he can use both his guys to kill this, but then I would lose the disadvantage. I would get a guy at random from my deck, from this guy's drawback.
I'll put it on your tab.
Okay, that is a really asinine top deck.
Death does not scare
Seriously.
me.
That was obnoxious. If this guy dies, then I can, like, play him and then boost him. That was what I was thinking, but apparently that's not going to work out right. Oh, that is so obnoxious. I don't get her death rattle. I mean, her battle cry, because she just came out that way. I guess she's still, like, a decent-sized minion and all, but... I want to heal this.
I wonder.
I can't do that and play him, so yeah, okay, I'm going to play this guy.
The damned stand ready.
And heal that, and hope that he doesn't draw a card that does 10 damage. Should be fairly safe there. I still have... It's going to take a while to go through all that health that he has. But I definitely have a chunky army here. Which was always the plan. So he wanted to get rid of that guy. Now I can do stuff again, which is pretty awesome. Oh, yeah. Let's just see if he surrenders, frankly. You can surrender now. You don't have to, because it won't take very long. That card's got to be pretty impressive if you have any chances of recovering. Yes. Alright. So, Fatness carried the day that time. We're going to see how long that trend continues next time. If you found that useful or entertaining, or if you enjoy cookies, hit the like button. And don't forget to subscribe to Demonac Games for more Hearthstone Arena and other gaming videos.